get your tickets now. You're not gonna want to miss.
I didn't think it was real, dude.
Yeah, at first
I didn't think it was
so
real.
either.
Carnival worker arrested after butt dialing his friend while having sex with his dog and recording the act.
The
How does
fuck?
that sound?
That sounds like it happened in Florida.
It happened in Alabama.
Damn, that's my next guess.
Thank you for joining us again. And I just wanted to start you off with the story right off the bat.
Fuck.
I
So-
have 22 stories actually.
Bestiality at a carnival.
Oh no, a carnival worker. I guess
okay.
I guess it happened on a carnival.
On carnival grounds.
On a carnival grounds.
Sacred carnival grounds. Disrespected him.
Disrespected a dog, man.
That's crazy.
The friend did the right thing by calling the cops.
Definitely.
Oh, it depends. I mean, no, it depends. No, ignore that. How big was the dog? Like, because that could have been. I mean, it's fucked up either way.
Wait, was he getting fucked by the dog?
I think
Or
he was
fucking the dog.
fucking the dog.
It's an interesting story you chose, man. Bestiality.
A German Shepherd. Oh, that's fucked up.
Damn. It's tough.
Oh no, he also owned a Chihuahua.
I hope he didn't do anything to the Chihuahua.
The police say he did it. That's good.
They didn't.
That is very
Kind
good.
of hard to.
Look, people, don't abuse your animals. This is why I'm bringing the story, to light.
Animal awareness.
Animal awareness.
Bestiality awareness. Well, what are those other stories you got, man?
Hold up,
Take us
hold
away
up.
from that one.
All right, let's go. Let's travel to Alaska. Alaskan man. What did they say? Alaska man. I guess Alaska man with eyeballs tattooed plead guilty to attempted murder. Says beautiful face led to crime. It's just 22
One more
crazy,
time?
22 crazy titles or story articles.
But
It's
I need to
a
hear that one again.
Alaska man. It's not Alaskan. That's what I was tripping. It's Alaska. Alaska
Okay.
man with eyeball tattooed pleads guilty to attempted murder. Says beautiful face led to crime.
Interesting. Well, he saw a beautiful face. And
I guess
that's-
he saw someone so
It's
beautiful
beautiful,
he
he had to
wanted
kill
to kill him. I don't know how that works.
What's the next one?
All right, let's move down to. Let's go. Hold up. Hold up. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me.
Give me a good one. Preferably not bestiality.
Dumb. Okay. In Georgia man accidentally texts probation officer for weed. So I guess that's like, mistakes are made.
Yeah, if you text the wrong people, sometimes it happens. I feel like if you're on probation, though, you should probably be extra careful.
Stay
Double
away
check
from
everything
Like double check everything
when you're gonna order weed.
and wait till your state makes weed legal.
That too.
It's happening, y'all.
You ever
Just give it
text anyone
time.
for weed? I feel like
I usually go outside and there's this weird call that we have. It's known through the community. I go outside and I go, oh, and
I
then,
can't get it
and then
right.
someone comes out, with a
Out
bag
of the bushes.
out the bushes. Yeah,
And if he
I
sells
didn't-
you
I've never
weed.
learned my weed dealer's name. He just comes out of a random bush.
Same guy though every time.
Same guy.
No matter where you're in the
No
community.
matter where I'm at, it's fucking weed. But it works. Never fails.
Interesting.
There you go, guy.
I got a story. Well, not a story, but I got some news in that yesterday I was diagnosed with a kidney stone.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
You give birth out your dick.
I'm giving birth on my dick real soon. The drugs they gave me have been pretty good, but goddamn, it was like one of the most painful things I'd ever felt, and I wasn't sure what it was. I thought I was dying. And when the doctor told me that it was a kidney stone, one, I couldn't believe that this much pain was coming from a kidney stone, and two, the other option it could have possibly been would have been appendicitis, and I was really hoping it was appendicitis because at least I would just be able to get knocked out and go under the knife, and they'd pull it out and it'd be done. But now I gotta fucking pee a rock out of my dick. So not looking forward
That's
to that.
crazy. They told you that it comes out in 1 to 2 days, not instantly. So what was the pain?
Essentially, the
that you
pain is
felt?
every time it starts to move down
Just
the
like,
track. So it's starting in your kidney, and as it
jeez.
makes its way down to your fucking dick hole, every time it moves is when the pain's gonna come. So he said I could piss it out in about 2 days, or it could be about a week.
Are you? Did they warn you about blood? Potential blood?
Not really.
No,
I don't think so. I don't remember.
that's surprising.
They were
Oh,
talking to me a lot, and I was in just so much pain. I was just like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Then they got me some good shit. The pain went away. And I haven't been in too much pain since. A little bit like 5 a.m. this morning, I woke up in some pain, but I just popped a pill that they gave me. Kind of went away. I'm currently at like a 2 right now, 2 out of 10. The maximum pain scale. And yeah, so that's been the highlight of my past 2 weeks. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do this, but, it's not that bad right now. We'll see when it starts moving again.
You look good right now, man.
Drinking a lot of water.
You don't look like you're in pain or anything. You look at
Pissing a lot. Pissing a whole lot.
And every time you go, you don't feel anything?
So far, no.
No,
I'm waiting for like one time
dude.
for it to like, I'm going to pee and I'm just going to fucking start
Is
screaming.
it just going to be like a surprise? Is it?
I don't know. They didn't tell me
No,
anything.
no. Oh
I
my
just like, take
gosh.
these meds. They gave me something called Flomax, which is something to just dilate your dick, I guess, like your whole urinary
shit.
tract, so
Okay.
it becomes wider to help the fucking rock pass.
So are you like drilling holes into your toilet seat now? Your toilet bowl?
Because I'm peeing that
Because you're
much?
peeing that much? It
No,
just
no.
opens you wide up.
So it's nice
It's
and
like a fire hose
nice and cleared pee.
as opposed to a water hose.
No, it's not coming out that much. I don't think it increased the pressure.
Oh.
If anything, wouldn't a wider
It
hose
would
make it?
decrease the
Yeah, it
pressure.
would, exactly.
Does it just come out
It just falls
like a
down,
waterfall?
like a faucet.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah. What about you, man? What you been up to?
I'm on vacation. I have 2 jobs, but one job I'm not working all the time. I'm working part-time, and the other job I took a week off. And it just lined up perfectly to where I have a week off from both of the jobs.
Oh, okay.
So it's fucking tight.
Some nice
I mean,
R&R.
Yeah, some R&R. First day was fun. Yesterday was fucking boring.
So
And today-
Spider-Man, though.
Oh, I saw Spider-Man. Yeah, that was the highlight of the day, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But in the morning, the afternoon, I didn't have shit to do until the afternoon. I should have looked. I started Pokemon again, Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you're telling me
So
that.
that's pretty fun. But
So 3 days into vacation, you're bored already.
yeah, kind of
That's how it
sucks.
happens with some people. Just so
I
used to
know.
working,
Yeah,
I'm pretty good at like stopping working, like not working anymore and enjoying it. But I got the next 2 days off. Well, what sucks is not sucks, but Wednesday is usually my day off anyway. Today, and then Thursday is a holiday, so I think we're gonna be closed anyway. So
Yeah.
even though I got the doctor notice for 2 days off, it's like I was gonna have these days off anyway. So
I was gonna have 2 days off as well. I was gonna have Thursday and Friday off. So I
okay.
just essentially took 3 days off.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Fuck it.
No plans for the rest of the week. Still undetermined.
Barbecue, fireworks show, and then I guess there's a small little getaway out in Newport, somewhere in Newport. It's pretty good. It's okay.
This weekend.
Yeah,
Okay.
Friday, Saturday,
Cool.
just a couple.
You got like an
days.
Airbnb out there.
A hotel.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty tight.
Nice.
We found the cheapest one. I mean, not the cheapest one, but one above the cheapest one because we're staying for one night. They had hotel rooms that were going for like $500
God damn.
for one night. We would have because we're only checking in. We're leaving Friday night, checking in, and then checking out like 12 in the morning, the morning after. So just a couple hours would be sleeping and just we're only going there to sleep, and then in the morning we're just gonna leave and explore. So it would have been pointless to get in a hotel room that was like $500, which is everything you found.
mean,
We had to get something away from the beach.
hopefully you don't, find roaches and shit.
Hey, I don't
Jizz
know.
stains everywhere. Burnt cigarettes on the fucking.
I think I got a deal. I got a hotel room at it's a hotel by an airport. So I guess they that's where people go before they fly out and shit.
Everyone goes.
Look.
I don't
Look.
even want to take a black light to that room.
Man gripes the police to police that prostitute still owes him 10 minutes.
He's a smart man.
There you go, y'all.
He's the intellect. He says, "Officer, no, it's illegal, but this bitch owes me 10 minutes. I paid for an hour."
And they just caught the prostitute, but now they caught the person who's like paying for sex.
Yeah.
He busts in.
So they give him his 10 minutes.
Hey, surprisingly, it doesn't say. It's weird. And it's fucking weird.
So at that point, do you arrest the guy that admitted that he paid for a prostitute? Right?
Yes, you do. You do.
Makes sense.
You haven't seen Cops? The show Cops?
Like Bad Boys.
Bad Boys, yeah.
Not a long
I
time.
do that shit a lot.
I never had to deal with I never saw one without prostitutes. It was always just
Were
about
they?
people.
No? They have like someone, a lady undercover. She gets in the car, and as soon as they pass money, cars just pull up. Get on your knees, get on your knees.
I've only ever seen the ones where it's like there's already someone like in the house that they're trying to arrest, or like a car chase. I've never seen the prostitute setup.
So you haven't seen ones where like they're already filming it in the hotel room?
No,
No?
I've never seen one.
Oh.
It's always like outside, like they just pulled someone over and they're searching the car, or like
Yeah, you're
they're
right.
like, "Oh, we got someone in the house. They're not coming out. We got to go in." Like that's the episodes I've seen. I didn't even know they had episodes about like
They do,
prostitution.
Man. They do, dog.
What, there was a show before. I don't think it was Cops. I feel like there was a show before where they would leave the car doors open in a car and would wait
Rent-A-Cop?
to see
No, I know what you're talking about.
if someone would come steal from it.
Try to steal it.
Yeah, so it's kind of fucked up. I
Baiting
mean,
people?
if you're baiting them. I mean, I guess they're pieces of shit because they're stealing anyway. So I've had the situations where like I see a car door unlocked or like a trunk open or something, and
You
I
just take a couple cents,
I look in the glove compartment, see what good as I can find. Most of the time, there's nothing, so I just lock the doors and close it for them, and then I close the trunk, and they're none the wiser. I was talking to my friend about the other day, and he's like, "What if their keys didn't work and they leave their car unlocked because that's the only way in, and now I just locked them out of their car? So really, by trying to be a good person, I fucking made their life hell."
I've owned a couple cars where I had like there was a trick to opening the car door. Like my last car, the key, the two doors. It was a 2-door car, and the 2 doors were not from the car. They're from different cars because I guess the car got wrecked, and it got wrecked as I owned it too. So I switched it out anyways.
Gotcha.
And so the key was never. It would never open the door. So I had to leave the car. The keyhole had to be set at a certain position, and when I would insert the key, I wouldn't insert it all the way, and I would just turn the key fob or the key hole, and it would unlock the car. If I were to move it just a little bit to the right, I would never be able to use the door again.
Wow. No, my old Chevy Cavalier, I had the driver's side car that didn't unlock. I had to go to the passenger, unlock it, then fucking crawl inside, unlock the fucking driver's side, and then walk back around. That's about the extent of struggles with car door opening that I've had. I'm upgraded now. I got keyless entry. Just walk up to it. Boop, boop.
Shit.
Yep.
Damn. Oh, so I think a week ago I got told to go back to a country, and the person who told me,
Canada?
yeah, to a country, and he leans over to roll down his window. I was stopped at a stoplight. I literally saw this guy lean over and roll down his window, and I see his face all mad and stuff. So I saw him like pretty mad for like a minute or two before he got off his slurs. I found it kind of funny because he was struggling to reach over and roll down his
window.
Oh man! So I wasn't even that offended.
Yeah. Interesting. Did you cut him off or something? Or he was just an angry man?
People are angry nowadays. It's okay. It's okay to be
I
angry.
wonder what country he told you to go to. Switzerland?
Damn. A little
Atlantis?
Atlantis. Woman allegedly assaults sandwich maker over too many pickles, which I would do.
What is this fucking bubble bass? Oh no, wait, bubble bass.
This is
Wants
Massachusetts.
pickles. Massachusetts. I don't know. I like pickles.
No.
But I guess there can't be too many. It's overpowering the sandwich.
Yes, exactly. One is one too many. Give me half a pickle. Half a pickle.
No. So
Whose bitch ass idea was, hey, look at these cucumbers. Let's toss them in this dirty ass water and let it sit for a month or so. They're like this tasty cucumber. Ooh, look, bite into it. Tastes so good. Let's sip this nasty ass fucking drink. No, let's put these tasty things in this cocktail.
Nah, it's vinegar. I'm pretty sure it was probably for preservation, and then they took it out. It didn't quite taste like a cucumber anymore, but it was still good.
Yes.
There's a lot of like fucking fermented things. You ever had a pickled egg? Those things are fucking disgusting.
Nah, I haven't. I don't want to try anything pickled.
It's disgusting.
Some pickles are good. I'm okay with some pickles.
What's weird is like, why is a pickled cucumber called a pickle?
And
but everything else is called pickled this, pickled that.
That's true.
Eggs.
That's true.
Why is it a pickle?
I don't know.
Explain, America.
Mm.
Interesting. Well, I think this is a good time to take a break.
Yes.
We'll be right back
We'll be right
after
back.
these messages. All right, and we're back, and we're just going to go ahead and try something new here. We're going to do some live trailer reactions for you guys.
Yes,
we're going to watch 2, maybe 3 trailers, probably 2 though. The first one we're loading up here is Queen and Slim, starring Daniel Kaluuya. Let's take a look. I wonder if we're going to get an ad.
Hell yeah,
I was going to say we're going to get an ad.
Turn this shit down. Fuck this ad. La 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 la. I'm going to talk over that. La la la. Okay.
Bitch ass YouTube. Now we're going to get 2 ads.
Oh yeah, it's fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
They moved on up. They can put 2 ads now.
I'm making that money.
Bombard your ass.
It's a fresh ass haircut.
Dope.
I don't know who that is.
Oh shit. Damn.
It's the United States.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Shot the popo.
Yeah, you're right. This is like a Bonnie and Clyde type. I mean, I guess they're not stealing money. They're just on the run.
Well, I think they say in that trailer because I had seen this one.
Ah,
the Black Bonnie and Clyde. Pretty much at this point, watch anything with Daniel Kaluuya. It's becoming one of my favorite actors.
hey.
It's really good.
Dope.
I wonder what they will do though. It looks like they're getting caught up in some shit.
They keep running. Yeah, what are they caught up in? They can't. I mean, are they calling them Bonnie and Clyde just because they're a couple on the run from the cops?
Possibly, because it doesn't look like they're gonna do anything illegal.
Bonnie and Clyde fucking are crazy.
Yeah.
The whole story
Bank
is fucking
robbers,
crazy.
murderers,
Murderers.
crazy ass motherfuckers.
A whole family of robbers and murderers.
So, I don't know. That one looks pretty interesting though. I don't know when the release date is.
Yeah,
I think
watch
it comes
that
out this
shit.
year. But
They'll be coming out
looks
this year.
interesting.
Fuck. Shit.
And then, so that's that one. Queen and Slim. I'm guessing he's Slim and she's Queen.
Hey.
But could be wrong. It's
You assuming
2019.
here? Yeah, you assuming shit right now?
And the next trailer we're gonna watch is Knives Out, which I believe this is Ryan Johnson's newest film. Ryan Johnson is the guy who did Looper and the newest Star Wars movie.
Look at the cast. Hey, it's that chick from Hereditary. The mom.
Jamie Lee Curtis right there. Where have I seen that guy? Sorry for bothering you.
Yeah, sorry for bothering you. Atlanta.
Get Out.
Get Out.
Daniel Craig. Oh, look, the two movies I mentioned are the two that they mentioned.
Hey.
Tony Collette. And she's doing panoramas too again in this one. Up a little dollhouse.
This is
Michael Shannon.
You know that movie with Adam Sandler that he has on Netflix? There was a murder or something. The new
one where they showed the trailer, like the whole movie in the trailer.
Yeah, the murder movie.
Yeah, murder mystery.
This is like a better version of it.
Got a lot of big actors in it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I saw it in the theater.
What did they show yesterday when you were watching Spider-Man?
Yeah, they were showing it. I wanted your ass to see it. See what you think.
Goddamn kidney stone. I'm gonna go see Spider-Man.
Oh, we really can't talk about Spider-Man because David hasn't seen it, but it's fucking great.
You could give a little something.
Spider-Man isn't real. I just ruined it. Here you go. See what you want me to do? It's Game of Thrones.
Knives Out for Harambe.
They have a Game of Thrones-esque seat in the movie.
Interesting.
And the murder.
Now, which one would you rather go see out of the two trailers we just saw?
Probably
two
Queen and
completely
Slim.
different movies.
Probably Queen and Slim.
Yeah.
Even though
it's good.
I feel like I would enjoy the Knife movie more, only because I think it would have like a comedic side to it.
Yeah,
and
it looks
not
like it's
fully
kinda
serious.
Yeah, Queen and
And
Slim looks
after-
like a straight up drama, and this one looks like a drama mystery comedy.
Yeah, a mashup type ish.
Yeah, ensemble cast. I don't know. It's like an ensemble cast, and I'm pretty sure Queen and Slim you're gonna get a lot of like emotional, personal moments with the two characters.
Yeah,
Whereas this one probably has more rewatchability. Knives Out probably will. But
exactly.
we'll see. We won't know.
Exactly.
Won't know till we see them.
I will know.
You're gonna. All right. So we're gonna go back to our regularly scheduled discussions in a few seconds here. You won't even know we're gone, but we're gone. All right.
Hey, Marvel Zombies is back in the news.
Marvel
That probably wasn't
Zombies
on your radar.
Was not.
But they've had a couple issues out in the past I think they had 2 issues out in the past, and now they're coming back again with another Marvel's comic. And the official Instagram post of Instagram page of Marvel posted a screenshot, and you can look it up if you just Google Marvel Zombies Rise Again. And it shows a picture of Captain America, Deadpool, and Wolverine as zombies. And I clicked on the comments and stuff, and I thought people had read the previous comic books, but I guess they came out before or alongside the movies, the movies in the theaters.
Okay.
So there wasn't that many people who knew about Marvel Zombies, which you guys should go read that shit. It's cool. It's a good read.
I've heard of the
Don't take
property,
it too
but
serious.
like I've never actually read it.
Yeah, so the only problem I saw in the comments was like people didn't believe that Wolverine or Deadpool or any of like the superheroes could get an infection, like a zombie virus.
Yeah.
And I guess they do explain it in the comics better than I could ever. You know, you have to read it to understand it. But essentially, the zombie virus disables Deadpool's, you know, healing factor along with Wolverine's.
Okay.
So they become zombies, but they're fully. I guess since they're super, they're able to be conscious about being a zombie, and they're endlessly hungry, and they hate that they're eating people, but they can't stop themselves because it's
interesting.
I don't know, but
I never knew the plot, so I would have just assumed that they got turned into zombies and other heroes are trying to stop them.
Yeah,
because they're zombies.
Exactly.
But I didn't know they would lose their powers. I would assume they kept their powers.
They do keep their powers. I guess the healing factor. Yeah, the healing factor.
That goes away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
who are the main good guys, I guess? Non-zombies.
In the old comics? I think it's Magneto.
Okay.
Some
you
other
could kill a lot of people really quick.
You would think, but I think that the zombies he can hold himself off. So he can hold himself off and help people, help humans. He helps humans in this world. But then, which is why I fucking love this comic, the Silver Surfer comes in to check on Earth. And the zombies the superheroes are already infected, and they overpower the cosmic Silver Surfer. And when they eat him, they obtain his power. So now they can fight, literally, like, you know, whoop Magneto's ass and any other surviving superhero. They even fucking Galactus is involved. Like, he comes to eat the planet, and since they've eaten Silver Surfer, they already have the advantage on them. So they fuck them up. Dude, it's tight, man.
And is this? Do you know if this is a continuation or a reboot?
I think it's a reboot,
like a redoing of it. Interesting. Sounds pretty cool. I mean, on the topic of superheroes, did you see all the fucking backlash Marvel's getting for the fucking Hulk post-credit scene? Whole re-release. They hyped the re-release, and they're like, "There's new footage. It's a surprise." Like, don't you fucking get your tickets now? You're not gonna want to miss.
I didn't think it was real, dude.
Yeah, at first I didn't think it was real either. I thought it was like someone made like a Hulk.
Yeah, just to make fun of it.
Yeah,
like, hey, so they're just making you come back just to see this.
Yeah,
and they're literally just making you see that.
But upon further research, we found out it is in fact real. Would you have, if you paid money and that was what you got? Like, how mad would you be?
If that was literally literally all they showed. Because I
think it was that post-credit scene. Like, showed a couple special features or something.
Steve,
like another cameo, alternate cameo or something.
Stanley's, he had another cameo, some other shit. But if that was literally it, yes, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be dumb.
Yeah. I mean, even with the other stuff, I feel like, I mean, I don't know, was there? I didn't go re-see it.
Yeah, so someone who has, please let us know if that's literally it. Because that'd be, and let me know if you're upset. Because I think I would be upset.
Yeah. I think I'd be upset for the most part, but at the same time, I'd be like, well, I still enjoy Endgame.
Yeah, of course. So, but what if you're one of those people?
I'm kind of snaky.
What if you're one of those people who's already seen it like 3 or 4 times in the movie theater because you love the movie?
True.
And you go back.
Because now you want to see
and
this
now you're just shit. Like, oh, would it be a letdown? I don't know. Or would you still continue to like it? Because I guess you did watch it 3 or 4 times
already. So if I would have went a third time,
you would just enjoy it.
I don't know. I guess I'd be bummed. I would probably, because they did kind of hype it up a lot.
They did hype it.
Like, oh, you don't want to miss it. Like,
they just wanted to take out Avatar.
And they failed. They still didn't pass them.
Damn.
So, poor Marvel. They're going to cry over their $2.67 billion. When they didn't make it to the top. Yeah.
They're going to wipe their tears with the $100 bills.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Zombieland 2, I don't know when that's supposed to get in. Like, they announced the poster, and I think it's supposed to come out this year, but there's no trailer yet. I'm wondering if they could release it maybe at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it's a Warner Brothers property, and I think Warner Brothers is going. Everyone's dropping out of Comic-Con. I don't know if you've seen that, but, like, DC's not going. Yeah, DC's not going to be there. Sony's not going to be there.
What would DC have to show? They're having
they got their Wonder Woman. The new Wonder Woman's coming out.
Because their TV shows, their DC app, I mean, it sounds cool. I mean, the Swamp Thing looks pretty tight.
Well, it came out already.
I know, but they canceled it immediately. That's what I'm saying. Like, what else do they have?
That Birds of Prey movie.
Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
See, I haven't even heard it.
They got a few things they're working on.
I guess it just
But I
hasn't.
guess maybe they don't have enough to show, or they just don't care. But then Sony also backed out. Sony's not going. They have all the Spider-Man property that they could have shown. Could have announced something like Spider-Man, Spider-Verse 2, or like something. I know they're working on Morbius, which is like the vampire in Spider-Man or whatever his fucking name is. That's the thing they're doing. I don't know. But I think really the only big players that are going are Marvel's going. So it's anticipated that they're going to do like their Phase 4 announcement of all the movies that are coming out. I think Warner Brothers is going, and like Paramount Pictures. So
Paramount Pictures. Oh, we're gonna get another Cloverfield.
Transformers, some shit. Who knows?
Oh no, Bad Bars is Cloverfield. Fuck.
I feel like it's probably Paramount too. I don't know.
Paramount and
because Bad Robot's just like one of the production companies.
Yeah, I guess.
Whereas Paramount probably releases it. I don't know.
I hope Sony doesn't come out with a sequel for Venom. I really hope they don't.
I mean, I enjoyed it more than most people, I think. It was fun. It was alright.
It was fun, but would you really like to see a sequel for that?
If they start to make them bad and not like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Maybe if they brought Spider-Man into it, like Kevin Feige was saying, that it's up to them if they want to bring them together.
I think I'm making a face right now because I think if they do continue, they should just be a solo project. And then
it'd be cool to get him in like Spider-Verse too. As like
that same Venom.
I would just keep Tom Hardy. As the voice,
keep Tom Hardy, but I wouldn't.
Not that same character.
Not that same character. Not the same background.
I'd like to see, because he wasn't in Spider-Verse at all. Venom. There's a lot of people not in Spider-Verse, so they have a lot of options. That'd be cool. I guess also last bit of news.
Fuck that news.
Still in the realm of heroes, because
that piece of news.
Paul Rudd was cast in the Ghostbusters, new Ghostbusters movie.
He's going to be a lot of children's heroes.
Yep. I don't know who he plays in it, but I know this one's not continuing from the female cast one. I think it's just a new one that's taking place after like Ghostbusters 2.
Okay.
So they're doing like what all these franchises are doing, like the Terminator, and it's like just forgetting all the new movies that came out. Like just saying, no, this is the new continuation. How do you feel about that kind of stuff? Like when they just forget about the movies, like the Halloween movie that just came out, like it's forgetting about the fucking 5 that came after the whatever.
Well, the Halloween movie hasn't that franchise been doing it long and all?
I don't think so. I don't know. Kind of, I guess.
Well, just like the Spider-Man franchise, they released 2 movies. Forget about those 2. Do another 2 movies or three movies.
But I think they still kind of continued it though, because it was like Halloween 1 and 2, and then I think 3, and then they did a bunch of ones, and then they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back for another one, like Halloween H2O or some shit. So it's like still in the same universe. At least the Spider-Man ones are like rebooting them completely,
I guess.
And now this new Halloween takes place after 2, I think, or some shit, or 1, and just completely erases everything prior. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's like just own up to what you fucking did. But I don't know.
I mean, it is weird, but since it's their property, I guess they can do it, right?
I guess.
I mean, if they feel like they have a new approach to their story.
I'm not saying they can't do it.
Yeah, no, but
whatever.
Yeah, it sucks. So that sucks. So being that big,
reboot the series completely.
I guess that'd be cool.
Just restart and like picking back up. I don't know. It's weird.
Because now they have to do a bunch of Easter eggs, and that's going to be the most part of the movie.
Yeah,
a big part of the movie.
And people have a certain expectation, like, oh, they're going back to how this one was. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, moving on to like music this week. I know you were excited for Daniel Caesar's.
Yes, so Daniel Caesar has a new album out now. It's called Case Study 01, I believe. Let me double check for y'all.
What is Case Study 00?
Case Study 01. And in the new album, he sounds overall it's a good album. It's the traditional Daniel Caesar. if you listen to his other projects, it's just something you can sing along to. It's nice, melodic.
But you won't sound anything like him.
Yeah, you won't sound anything like him. And then just that if you pay attention to the lyrics in this music in this new album, he does sound a lot more corny. He's talking a lot more about sex.
Okay.
He brings his looks into it. In one of his songs, he says, I may be ugly," and I'm paraphrasing here. "I may be ugly, but I hit it from the back," something like that, or I'm fucking on a piano. That gets very sexual.
Interesting.
That gets very sexual.
Man gets famous and then he's talking about fucking all these people.
Hey, doesn't make sense. Put two and two together.
What would you kind of give it a score out of? Do you like his first album?
I give it
better?
a 7. Hell yeah, I do like the first album better.
Okay.
Actually, no. I like this album better. I like some specific songs from his older albums that I really love, but this album I can listen to it front and back and enjoy every single track. Yeah.
So, do you still give it a 7?
I do
give the
give
other
it a
one like a 6.5 or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Check it out.
I can't go as in depth, but the fucking album I've been waiting for a while, the Black Keys, dropped their new album last week, I believe, called Let's Rock. I've only listened to it a few times because I haven't really been listening to too much music. I've been mainly doing podcasts because I fall behind on the podcasts I listen to. But from what I heard, it's really good. I still do enjoy it. It's not my favorite album from them. I still prefer like their album Brothers and El Camino and some of their earlier stuff. But it's still a solid album. I don't think they've really ever dropped a bad album in my opinion. Just check it out. Like I said, I'm not going to go into depth in the lyrics and shit because I don't remember. But it's a pretty dope ass album. And that's about it. Like I said, I haven't really listened to much music recently.
I'm going to check it out.
Just been watching a bunch of TV and stuff. TV and movies.
Like what?
Well, I started it's been 2 weeks since we last recorded, for those that don't know. But so in those 2 weeks, I started and finished Barry, the HBO show, and I know it ended. I think like when Game of Thrones ended. So I was barely caught on to that. I've been wanting to watch it, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. And I really enjoyed it so far. The series, and I'd give it like a B+.
Hey.
It's a pretty good series, pretty funny, pretty dark. I really like it. It really convinced me that Bill Hader's like a pretty damn good actor. Like there's specific scenes, because the whole show's about him wanting to be an actor. He's an assassin.
No, he's an assassin
that doesn't want to be.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be an assassin any longer.
He stumbles into being an actor.
Yeah,
he stumbles into the class.
I don't even feel like he even wants to be an actor. From the very first episodes, he doesn't want to be an actor, but he doesn't want to be an assassin even more. So he's just continuing to be an actor.
Yeah, kind of get that feeling sometimes, but I think it's one thing this show really is good at is like showing you that he keeps getting drawn back into this assassination lifestyle. As hard as he tries to leave, he's constantly doing things that he thinks are going to get him out of being an assassin, but it ends up just further like pulling him into it, because by not killing a certain target or something, that target does some dumb shit and like draws him back in, because now he's got to clean up that mess. One character that, I mean, at first I was kind of like iffy about a little bit because he just seemed a little annoying, was Hank, the guy with alopecia.
Yeah.
Because I thought the accent was fake, but I guess not. But he was just seemed like a fish out of water. But the more episodes I watched, the more and more I liked him, because he's kind of that fish out of the water. Like, it's a very serious things they're talking about, and he's just like a super polite dude, like, just constantly being nice. It's super funny. But so other than him and Barry himself, I don't really like any of the characters. They're all pretty selfish, because they're all trying to make it in Hollywood. But I really enjoy the inner conflict Barry's having with all this stuff, thinking he's a bad dude, but not wanting to be a bad dude. But realistically, he is a bad dude, but he wants to change, but he's not really changing.
It's deep.
Yeah, it's a good show. Probably one of the main scenes that showed me he was a good actor is like in season 2. There's a part where he's rehearsing with Sally, his girlfriend, and she's talking about her abusive relationship, and then he like really gets into character because he channels that one scene I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but he channels something that happened earlier in the show, and he like gets angry, and I was like, wow, Bill Hader can like act. Like I believe that. So yeah, so I started watching that, and then I also have continued, based off last episode, I continued Euphoria, which I know I recommended to you, and you said you started watching, but you weren't able to finish it. I had to stop. It made me uncomfortable. Yeah, like I was saying, I was explaining, it's very interesting. Like it's weird. It's a hard watch kind of at first.
I was watching with high volume too.
Yeah. So recently, funny enough, when the second episode aired, I started watching it, and I typically watch TV pretty late at night in my house, and like there's like a sex scene in the second episode too. It's like every episode someone's fucking.
Hey, is this on HBO?
And it was pretty late, and my TV was pretty loud, so I was like, fuck, like someone thinks I'm probably watching porn right now. So what I ended up doing is I watch it on my PS4, so I just have headphones. I plug in my headphones to the control at the bottom, and you can just hear it like through headphones. So that's how I've been watching Euphoria, because I don't want anyone to think I'm like watching porn. But no, surprisingly, it's getting a lot better. Like the first episode was all right. It was like, I think the show is shot pretty great, cinematography wise, and the soundtrack's pretty cool for most of the show. So the plot in the first one just wasn't that interesting to me, and the second one, it just gets a lot better, and the third one gets a lot better than that. There's only a couple characters I really like the main one, Rue, played by Zendaya. She's pretty cool, and my favorite character is probably her drug dealer. His name's Fez.
Sitting on the chair. Oh, the kid.
No, not the kid. It's this other guy. I don't know if they show him in the first episode too much. Not towards the end, I don't think. But I think he's like the kid's brother or something. Okay. But there's like this big scene where like, essentially he's like her big brother. So like, she comes over because she wants some drugs, and like, he's like, no, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Like these guys are coming. They're not, they don't play around. And she's like, yeah, blah blah. Like she was not taking him seriously in this guy's show. And it's like a real fucking cholo looking ass dude like selling drugs to him, and then Fez is trying to stand up for her, but he's also not trying to start beef with this guy, and the guy ends up like forcing her to take fentanyl.
Shit.
Yeah. And then Fez takes care of her, so he's like a chill, cool guy. I really like his character. In the third episode, something happens too with him and her. It's good. I'd recommend maybe trying to go back and push through the first episodes. Maybe. And if you still don't like it, then fuck it. It's not for you. But I typically have the three episode rule with TV. And then there's one guy in that show that's like, I think his name's Tyler or Nate or something. He's just like the scum of the earth. He's the jock guy that like, I don't know if you remember from the episode that cat calls that girl on the bike. Yeah. Him, he's a real piece of shit. He just becomes shittier and shittier. Yeah, you just gotta watch it. I recommend the show. I'd give it right now probably like an 8 out of 10 so far, every episode. We just kind of got to push past that first episode with the character introduction. But it does get better, I promise. What about yourself, man? You've been watching on TV. Streaming services, because who the fuck has TV nowadays?
Well, I started watching Mr. Iglesias. That's Fluffy the comedian's new sitcom show on Netflix. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and I guess I like the message that he's trying to get across. Like, no kid should be left behind and stuff. But it's like, it's just over the head a lot, and it's really not that funny, but it's a good watch, I guess. It's not bad, but
it's like something you could have on the background.
Something you can have in the background. Yeah. So
I saw a trailer.
Give it a watch or something. Yeah,
didn't interest me.
Yeah, give it. Maybe the first episode might just throw you off. It's whatever. It's not that good, but
it's funny about him is like, I don't know. After revisiting like what I used to think was funny when I first saw him like do stand up like in middle school and high school, early high school, I thought it was hilarious. But like I've seen like his stuff again, and it's like not that funny. He's not that funny. Like he's got like the I'm fat and I can make like funny voices.
The voices. Oh, you get a lot of that in the video.
I would imagine. That's his thing.
Show. It's true.
That's his whole thing. Are you caught up on One Punch Man?
No.
It's actually getting good. I don't know if last one you saw was.
I might just have to skip over the. If I skipped over the filler, would I be losing anything?
Not really. I mean, you can pretty much skip to the whole end of like the karate tournament that he's
Oh,
in.
okay. There's nothing happen. Nothing happens in the karate tournament.
Not really.
Fucking A.
I mean, like Garo
Does he
fights
learn
some
anything?
people. Not really. No.
Fucking
He
A.
tells you like at the end he's fighting the final guy at the karate tournament. He's like, "Oh, I did this because um, I was bored and I wanted to learn what like martial arts is about."
Okay.
And that other guy's kind of just doing it to be like popular, I think, or something. Like he wants to be the best. And yeah, I don't know. After that, it starts to pick up a little bit. Still not really much with him, to be honest. But Garo starts to fight a lot. You see him fight a whole lot more.
That's cool.
Yeah, like there's this pretty cool scene in the past 2 episodes. Well, I didn't see last night's episode, but the 2 weeks before that, there's a lot of they're like 5 A-class heroes come to try to take him down, and like they're doing a pretty good job of taking him down.
Gee.
And then I won't spoil it, I guess, but they're doing a pretty good job. But then something happens, then someone else shows up, and other people show up. It looks like it's getting good.
Okay.
But you can probably skip past the tournament.
I'm gonna do it.
You don't learn much. There's just a couple fights. I think like Genos fights somebody.
Fights or punches?
Fights. Full-on fights. A couple people. He loses a fight.
What the fuck?
It's like a cockroach.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Cockroach with the karate belt.
Oh, it's a cockroach man. So he does his like fucking incinerate, and then the cockroach is just. He like gets the cockroach stuck in something, and the cockroach is like, "Oh shit, cockroach man!" And then he incinerates him, but the cockroach broke his legs off and ran away. I don't know. That's interesting.
This is weird.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch it.
Check. Yeah, but go ahead and skip over that stuff.
Skip.
I think like it says here, Demon Slayer. No,
I mean, it's cool. Just
not worth mentioning yet.
not
Still
yet.
gathering.
Still gathering. I mean, it's really good. Watch it if you're looking for a good anime. It's a good watch.
Someone just told me about it recently too to watch it. Well, then the last show I know we both watched.
Let me
watching.
I guess since we're talking about it,
Okay.
just so I don't just give like a lame ass review. Just hey, watch it. So it's a show about a kid whose family got murdered by or eaten by demons,
Okay.
and his sister survives, but she's infected with demon blood and becomes a demon. And then throughout the whole season, as far as I've seen, he's like trying to turn her back into a human, but in doing that, he's run into a group of demon slayers, and he becomes a demon slayer. And then from there,
Nice.
continues.
Sounds
It's a good show.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty standard anime
Yeah,
kind of plot.
standard anime. Yeah.
But I guess it's all done on execution animation style.
Facts.
That would be how well it could be.
Super omega facts.
And then quickly, I just want to touch on the show we both started watching, Too Old to Die Young. I know we not hyped it up, but we watched the trailer for it in a previous episode. I don't remember what episode. And it finally came out. Actually came out last month, but we were just a little late to it. It went under the radar, but it did come out, and I'm on episode 5. I'm like halfway through episode 5, and I think you're on episode 4. It sounded like what you were saying. It's a little hard if you're not actually paying attention to know what episode you're on because they're so fucking long. They're like really long.
4. Yeah, they're long.
You're on 4, so they're super long. First 3 episodes are super boring, at least in my opinion. What did you think about them?
Just like I told you in our text message, before you even watched it, I watched it before you did, and I sent you a GIF of I forgot who it was. It was like
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
And fucking Zoolander.
He's strutting his stuff.
Yeah,
and I told him I sent him a GIF, and I told him after, let me know once you get what this means.
Yeah.
And I sent that because in the first episode, well, I guess throughout the whole show, what the fuck's his name?
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller is doing this weird strut.
Yeah. It's pretty alarming you catch it because the show kind of opens up on the cops pulling over the chick. And at first I was like, okay, so this cop, the black cop, I was like, oh, he's the dick, and Miles Teller's probably like the decent
good guy.
cop.
Yeah.
But no, they're just both pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That's what you learn. So the whole episode focuses on him and that cop, kind of. They're like I was telling you that the show, instead of spending scenes on introducing characters and developing them, like spends the whole fucking episodes. And they choose to do like slow walking and slow dialogue delivery, lots of pauses. This show, had it not been directed and created by Nicholas Winding Refn, who does Drive, which is, I've sucked the movie's dick enough in this show. Had it not been him doing this show, I probably would have stopped watching it.
You can completely see that he did it.
There's a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
Lots of red lights. Lots of, just a bunch of shit. Beautifully shot. I mean, the first episodes, as boring as they are, like the cinematography is great, and the soundtrack is done by Cliff Martinez, which is the guy who did the soundtrack. Who does the soundtrack for most of his movies, which I like. It's a lot of like synth sounds.
Boom, boom,
So I give it that, but just I feel like you could cut those first 3 episodes into like an episode and a half, probably.
If you can get rid of, you can get rid of a whole. I don't want to really spoil it, but in the first episode, you get, I guess, 2 different stories. You get the cop, and then something happens to cop. You get introduced to 3 main characters, and then the cop, second cop, and
the fair lady.
No.
What character are you talking about? His girlfriend, cop's girlfriend.
I don't know what to say without spoiling it. He goes to Mexico. He runs off to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
The guy who runs off to Mexico is another very important character.
Yes.
And then his storyline is just tossed out the window. I mean, they show you the entire story, but as far as I've gotten, I don't think it's really, really matters.
Yeah.
Yet.
Essentially, that Mexican guy goes to Mexico, and that's where the whole second episode takes place. Yeah. It's just strictly in Mexico. No English is really spoken.
Again, a lot of quiet.
And you kind of just learn he's involved with like a cartel. Non-spoilers. I mean, it's like light spoilers, I guess. He's involved with like a cartel. And they show like the power dynamics over there in Mexico. And that's pretty much the whole episode.
Yep. And then
those 2 probably could have been combined into one.
But I still don't see how that ties into the story. As far as I've gone in, I don't see how it ties into it anymore.
Because I don't even think we've seen the Mexican since then.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
So they gotta tie in. I think it's 10 episodes total, so we're only about halfway through.
It could really come back in the future.
But luckily, I mean, I did break my rule with this one. Like I said, I have a 3-episode rule. If the show doesn't interest me, I stop. But since it's Nicholas Winding Refn, I kept going. And 4 and 5, I think, are pretty good television. They're pretty interesting. You should probably just watch it, but kind of takes a little bit of a turn. You kind of start rooting for Miles Teller's character a little bit, not really. Still,
I can feel it already. I can already feel it.
It's starting different,
which I don't like because he's a really shitty person in the show.
He's super shitty.
Shitty all around, dude. All around.
Interesting. One thing, I mean, it's kind of. I was wondering if the second episode isn't necessarily in chronological order, based off what we're learning now. They talk about something in the second episode about someone going around, like, doing certain things.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
I don't know. So I'm thinking, what if it's not? What if it's not chronological? Anyway.
Okay.
Check that show out. It's pretty cool.
It's good.
Maybe,
let me know
the first 3 episodes.
Let me know what you think of his strut.
His strut. What do you rate it? His red carpet word. Yeah. Catwalk word.
He looks so funny, dude.
His crawl too. It's hilarious.
How do you strut and crawl at the same time, bro?
It looked very sexual. Very fucking exotic.
Oh man.
All right. I think we should take a quick break, and then we'll come back and just go over some movies really quick that we saw recently. Alright, so back to our little trailer breakdowns here. Next trailer we got up is going to be the new Charlie's Angels movie, which I didn't even know was a fucking thing, to be honest with you. I didn't know they were rebooting them.
Same.
But apparently they are.
Look at that train.
Smeared off.
Gosh, we can't say that. You gotta get rid of this whole podcast now.
Damn. Don't just bleep it out.
Buy it. Just be upfront.
Ad.
Nice.
Hashtag not my Charlie's Angels. Just kidding.
Okay, would you be tripping out? I'd be tripping out already.
Why haven't they shot her yet?
Yeah, I know. You choking on my man with the curtain? Oh snap!
Well, Patrick Stewart's in this one.
They.
What does he play? Like Bill Murray's character, Bosley. So who is it? I don't know who that is.
I like
Wayne
that guy.
Scott. You like that guy? You said
Yeah. He's from this. He's on this one movie I really like. Never Back Down.
he's in a lot of shit. I'll never back down. Yeah, he is.
He's in a lot of shit
Guardians of
now,
the
but
Galaxy.
he was never. Yeah, I guess he had like a long break in between Never Back Down and that and the Guardians of the Galaxy
Elizabeth
movie.
Banks. Never Back Down's not that great, by the way.
It's not, but it's one of those movies that really got me pumped
It's
up.
like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it got me pumped every time I watched it.
So Kristen Stewart, Elizabeth Banks, and whoever that other chick is.
That's just tall as fuck.
They're super tall.
she the guy's chest was to her. The guy's head was to her chest.
Maybe the guy was just really short.
I guess. Still makes you taller than him.
Yo, this song fucking sucks. Can I add that really quick? Whatever song's playing right now is absolutely terrible. Sounds like Ariana Grande.
Honestly, I'm having a hard time hitting the song, but I'm gonna take your word for it. Peppermints. Look how bad this movie is. You can have a little dancing.
To be fair, I mean, I don't know. Do you enjoy the first Charlie's Angels, the ones that came out with Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz?
I don't think I've seen them.
No.
No, I think the only version I've seen was the Scary Movie version, where they made fun of it.
I don't remember.
No, oh, they're in a mansion.
And the second one, Scary Movie 2.
Fuck, please. Yeah, I'm spacing out.
Yeah, that does not look good.
Nah, don't go
Not
watch
my Charlie's Angels.
it.
I got the same version. Oh yeah, it looks like featuring the new single by Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, and someone else. Oh, that looks bad. Yeah, no, you should check out the first ones. They're not that great either, but they're better than what that looks like. But I guess I'll have to watch it before I can fully judge it.
Oh, here, look. Before I even, like, they're fighting a guy in a wheelchair.
I don't remember.
No, he's like, they capture him. He captures him. He's like,
yeah, I remember.
They try to, persuade him to let him go by sucking his dick, and he's like, "No, I could do it myself." And he sucks his own dick.
Yeah, I remember. Interesting. And then last trailer we're gonna watch here is the new Jumanji trailer. I don't want to hear your fucking commercial. Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah, you haven't run into the double ads. That's cool. I like that kid. He's from Hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you?
I hired the volume and opened up. So he's obsessed with Jumanji again. He wants to go back. Danny DeVito.
This is Martha and Bethany. That's Grandpa. What is? Sorry, barging on. We're not barging. He's barging. My old longer. Did you guys see Spencer?
If you want back in, we gotta go get it.
Are you out of your mind? You haven't even picked our guys yet.
Are they getting different characters? They're gonna switch up? Or every time for them.
They do switch it up.
Huh? What?
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're Spencer's grandfather.
And you? My little walker. Did I die returning to some small, muscular Boy Scout? Uncle Dad.
Jack Black.
No, Brett.
I'm the old fat dude. It sure feels good now. Look at my thighs. Look at your thighs. Look at my thighs.
I wonder who's gonna
I'm not even.
carry it. The first one, I feel like Jack Black really carried it.
Yep.
Two Jumanji.
Tim, what?
The fucking AI,
The AI.
the NPC.
This next adventure is even more challenging. Now remember, the future of Jumanji is in your hands. I have one important question. Who is Jumanji? Is that Barbara's boy? We did that. Are we in hell at noon?
Oh, God.
No,
You know what?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is not doing a good Dan DeVito.
He's not. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to fucking listen to that. Jack Black dies. Rest in peace.
You telling me we're gonna get a Jonas Brothers song in this?
So I'm guessing the guy from Hereditary is Nick Jonas,
Ah, okay,
because Nick Jonas is a character in the game Jumanji.
okay.
Hell is this?
If your strengths and
Yeah, you're right.
Smoldering intensity? It's a stupid face you made, huh?
Oh.
You having a heart attack? Breathe. Whole left side is shutting down.
Kevin Hart did a pretty good job
Yeah.
with Donald Glover, or sorry, Danny Glover.
Oh man.
Mix them up. Which one would you rather go see?
Jumanji.
Definitely go see Jumanji. I enjoyed the first one, like I said. It wasn't a bad movie. Jack Black made it. He was fucking hilarious. And overall, it's just alright. So that one looks pretty good. Charlie's Angels looks like shit. I'll probably still check it out. Maybe. Who knows? Depends on what else is on at that time.
Hereditary 2.
Hereditary 2. Back in Jumanji.
Back in Jumanji.
Crossover we didn't know we needed.
Alright, let's go. Let's take a break. Then we'll come back with a little Spider-Man.
Are we coming back from break? That was the break.
No, was it? Was it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk.
What?
Spider-Man. You didn't get to see it because you were giving birth from your dick, or you haven't.
I
or you're
haven't
about
birth.
to.
Yeah, I was diagnosed
You're
with
about
birth.
to. You're about to. But
Speaking of which, my back hurts right now.
oh shit.
Gonna have to take
It's
some
happening
pills.
live. Here, put on the mic. Put on the mic. Get it on video.
Yes. So anyway, yesterday you went to go see it. I had tickets to go see it. I didn't get to because I was in the hospital.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
damn.
What'd you think?
R.I.P. Without spoiling it, there's a review that I saw on the one of the trailers after I saw the movie that said best horror superhero movie of the year, and I kind of agree with that because it's a good follow-up to the Endgame movie that we saw, Avengers Endgame. Good in the way that you see a character, you see Spider-Man grow up, continue to grow as the Spider-Man, and it really does it really well, and also ties a lot of loose ends, not by showing characters on screen, but telling you where they are in the Marvel universe. So it lets you know where everyone's at.
So I mean, I know they had mentioned it's like this is supposed to be the last movie in the Phase 3. So does it feel like it wraps up the phase, the Infinity War phase, while also opening up the door to the next phase?
I guess not. It does tie the it's a good follow-up for Avengers Endgame. So it shows you what happens after everyone comes back, in a way, like kind of, not a lot, but kind of. And as far as like continuing the Marvel universe, they don't really like go out right and tell you, hey, this is where the Marvel universe is going to continue, like the Avengers is going to continue. But
does it feel more like a Marvel universe movie, or does it feel like a truer Spider-Man movie? Like, does it too focused on the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
no, it's a Spider-Man movie.
It's an actual like
It's a Spider-Man movie with
some MCU shit
with
thrown
some
in.
MCU thrown in it. So it's
Gotcha.
cool. And
Okay.
it's a good Spider-Man movie. It's
Nice.
tight.
I'll
That's why
hopefully check it out
I
this
agree.
weekend.
That's why I agree with the quote. It's the best superhero movie.
Yeah, hopefully I check that one out this weekend. Well, lucky for me, you didn't get to see the masterpiece that is Toy Story 4.
Damn.
I'm not actually shitting on the movie. It was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. It's not the best. I would probably rank them Toy Story 2, Toy Story 1, Toy Story 4, and then Toy Story 3. I do say that.
Best.
I say that's
top to bottom. Best to worst.
Yeah, like best to worst.
Okay.
I mean, what I say is because people really enjoy Toy Story 3, and I probably would agree that Toy Story 3 is a better movie overall than Toy Story 4. However, I have to knock points off Toy Story 3 because, in my opinion, it's almost the same exact story as Toy Story 2, where it has Woody getting taken or put somewhere where he didn't want to be. In Toy Story 2, it's in the Big Al's apartment. In Toy Story 3, it's the kindergarten.
The teddy bear.
And then he meets Stinky Pete in Toy Story 2, and he meets Lotso in Toy Story 3, who are seemingly friendly toys that want the best for Woody. And then plot twist becomes that they're actually the bad guys that want to keep Woody there. What?
And then what happens? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what you said, and they want to rape him or something.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what I heard, dude. I was like, what?
Okay, sorry for interrupting.
No, it doesn't matter. And then so they want to keep him, and then they have to come up with the plan to break Woody back out and get back home. Like, it's almost exactly the same, except at the end, Andy gives his toys away to Bonnie. Toy Story 4 at least has a different plot. It is mainly focused on Woody. It's definitely like Woody's story. A lot of the original cast doesn't have too many lines. You're spending a lot of this movie with Woody and Forky.
Also, it follows them after they fall out of the car.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty quick to get to that point.
Oh shit. Fuck everyone else.
Forky's pretty cool. I didn't think I was gonna like him because it's a fucking spork, but he's pretty funny. There's a pretty few heartwarming messages in there.
Okay. Cool.
Because like Forky thinks he's trash. They've shown this in TV spots too. So like he comes out of the backpack after Bonnie makes him, and he's like, oh, he thinks he's trash. So he just keeps saying like trash, and there's like a whole 5-minute like montage of him throwing himself into the trash can in multiple ways, and Woody keeps trying to throw him out because Woody isn't really getting played with too much now, and he's trying to help Bonnie essentially grow up. And it goes on and does some other stuff, other unique stuff, and I think it's pretty good. I watched it with my girlfriend. She said she thought it was unnecessary. And I mean, to be honest, any fucking sequel to any movie is probably unnecessary, so that's not a fair point in my opinion. Okay. I think it works, and I think it wraps up some stuff nicely and still leaves it open for more movies. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
She said that this movie was unnecessary?
It was unnecessary.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Like, she liked it, but she said it was unnecessary. They could have left it at 3.
Okay.
To be just a trilogy.
Yeah.
All right. I was just like, they could have left it at 2. They could have left it at 1 if they wanted to. Like, you didn't need to expand. You don't ever need to really expand on it. Many stories. But anyway.
But how would you get a Spider-Man 3 with Venom and Sandman? If you wouldn't continue the series, man. Franchise.
Plus, then we got Spider-Man. You know, the new Spider-Mans. The Amazing Spider-Mans, which I think are hot garbage. But some people enjoy those.
Yeah.
So a lot of people enjoy the first one, and most people don't like the second. I didn't like either of them, honestly. Anyway, yeah. So I recommend it. I'd give it like a B. It's a nice B. Cool. Look at me, giving out Bs. This whole fucking 8 out of 10s and Bs all
very
fucking
first
episode.
B ever. I'm just kidding.
Lastly, and again, I'll just go off the top and say another B I'll be giving out is
Top of the
together
head.
We just saw right now before we started recording.
Top
We went to
of the
go
dome.
see Ari Aster's Midsommar. Ari Aster did Hereditary last year, which was in my top 5 movies.
Fuck
Your
yes.
favorite movie last year.
Yes.
Do you think it's better than Hereditary?
No. Sad to say, no.
But you didn't think it was bad.
But I didn't think it was bad. No.
Yeah.
So I went in there with high hopes, thinking, it's gonna be like
Another Hereditary.
Yeah, another Hereditary.
Hidden gem.
It didn't really capitalize on it, or didn't meet up to my expectations, but it was good enough for whatever the movie that it was.
Yeah.
They had a lot of those scenes where they kind of let shit drag on for a bit to let shit settle in. So it did feel like his movie. What was his name? Ari Aster?
Yeah, Ari Aster.
Ari Aster.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like just like Hereditary, the timing and everything in it. I guess this one felt longer.
I felt like it had a little bit more pacing issue. It was like a good hour, maybe longer, before we got anything creepy.
Yeah.
Whereas Hereditary had that already kind of peppered in everywhere.
Yeah, it was actually peppered in since the very beginning. Yeah, you're right.
Whereas this one, you didn't really get too much. I feel like I said, I give it a B. I don't think it's as good as Hereditary. But again, I didn't hate it either. But I just feel like it, like you said, it didn't capitalize on what it could have been. It had potential to be a lot. I went in there expecting more of a horror movie, whereas this movie was more so just following this cult of people, and at no point was I like really scared or even like was I like nothing felt like eerie to me. Like I was never unsettled. Like Hereditary had me like wondering what's coming next. This one had me wondering what's coming next, but in a different reason, just because like a lot of random things happen. I feel like
this movie actually did kind of hit a lot of emotional points for me. Not like made me feel sad or made me like feel like a certain way. I mean, I felt a certain way when some actors in the movie were reacting to something that happened on screen. Say they react to, I don't really want to. We're not going to spoil it, right? So say they're reacting to something something big that happened to the movie. Their reaction really, they sold it to me. And then, honestly, when you watch this movie, let me know, because I'm I'm kind of teetering with the idea that this movie is a family movie, not not
traditional
100,
sense.
yeah, not 100% literal. It's a family movie. Like you can take the kids. Sorry, excuse me. Like you can take the kids to watch a movie. I'm not saying that you can't. It's not a kid-friendly show or movie, but it's the message in the movie is, at least what I got, as family oriented.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Families and I think relationships in general.
Yeah,
family, friends, things like that.
and don't hold shit in, yo. Don't hold the shit in.
Yeah, shouldn't hold shit in. That's all I really got to say about it. I don't want to spoil it too much. Maybe we could get in depth in spoilers next time or something.
Yeah,
there's not really much to spoil, but maybe I'll think of. We just fresh out of the theater, so like it's something I'll probably have to sit on and think about. Maybe research, look up articles, people smarter than me that's found hidden messages.
You're right.
But we'll maybe talk about that later. Yeah. So I give it a B. What'd you give it?
I give it like a 7.5.
7.5. C plus.
7.5 hallucinogenic drugs out of 10 mushroom teas. Wait, yeah.
You'll get that one if you watch the movie. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and spin our real good. Actually, really quick, just an update. We're just gonna be doing one movie pretty much from this point on. It's a little bit of a hassle to try to watch both of them. Plus, they tend to suck most of the time.
It's depressing.
So it's like you don't really look forward to watching both of them.
It hurts.
You watch one
like
shitty one and you don't want to watch. Yeah. Although the one we got last time, the past two, I didn't watch the short film one, but I did watch the other one. Patch of Fog. It was alright. It was like a C movie. Interesting. That's all I'll say about it. So now we're just gonna do one movie from now on. Just spun the wheel right now. It looks like we got a movie called Master. It looks like a foreign film. Action Adventure 2016. Korea's biggest network marketing scam reveals a far greater network of corruption and conspiracy lurking underneath. Yeah, so Master, available to watch on, let's see, Netflix.
Looks like a Hulu property. What is Netflix?
So it's a Netflix movie. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. 2 hours and 23 minutes. Looks like it's a Korean film. Hopefully it ends up being pretty good. We've been pretty let down so far.
Train to Busan is a Korean film. Good.
I think we're do a good movie at this point.
Yes, man. The universe has to pay us back somehow.
Hopefully it's this one.
Yes.
All right. I've been David with Rick.
Hey, that is David.
And I think we're done here. Later.
Peace.